Hi, friends. Welcome back to another episode of Real Housewives of Moto. This is episode 42. Had to look that one up. That is Dylan Schwartz. We are coming off a race weekend in Detroit, and I'm by myself because Katie is in a boat on the ocean somewhere. How dare she? How dare she go on vacation with her bestie? But so much going on this week that I wanted to give you guys a solo episode. So this will be a little shorter than average because I don't have Katie to bounce all my ideas off of and talk about Eli about. We're gonna talk about Eli. So just me and my own thoughts. I'm gonna go through the 450 race lineup, touch on some 250 stuff, and then just a few things around the sport that I have heard or interacted with or whatever that I wanted to share with you guys. So let's talk a little Detroit. In the 250 class, Cole Davies goes first. Can we talk about his whoop speed? Insane. Seth Hammaker second, Joe Shimoda third. Really throws me off when I look at the points because they have the SMX colors for Joe Shimoda. So he gets to run that purpley yellow, purpley neon green color all year and just throws me off. So it's just strange. But anyhow, Cole Davies, I mean, the kid, I don't know what else to tell you. Like his whoop speed is insane. Yes, he didn't technically win the Birmingham race, but I do think he is somebody that is more polished than the rest of the field. I am TBD on Seth. I think Seth, he is, he's done the supercross grind before. He's healthy. He looks good. We just got to put it all together. Joe, I mean, he just didn't have the speed this weekend. That's what he said. He couldn't figure out parts of the track. So I really do feel like this is Cole's championship to win. I do think that Deegan he's better. He's the better rider. He's ready to move up. But I'm still looking forward to another East-West showdown because I just think those are so fun. And yeah, they were crazy in Birmingham and points got shaken up and all that. But anytime you have that many riders on the track that are good, it's fun. So it'll be another Yamaha win, I'm sure. Got my blanket somewhere in the background. Had to go buy more Yamaha yarn because it's just, aside from one Seth Hammaker win, no, and a Joe win now, right? No. Anyhow, it's been a lot of blue, so I had to go find some more. Other things in the 250 class, holy crap, Devin Simonson, that save, and then the transfer into the other line, and then to get back on the track and keep going, like I screamed, like literally screamed. So I'm so happy for Club. We'll get to you, Cody Shock, and just what they've been able to do this year has been incredible. Devins is coming. Like he's been in top 10 consistently. I think that him and Cody are gonna pop off and it's gonna be great. Cody going off the track into the manager tower. Holy crap. Terrified me. I'm sure his wife Emily at home was equally terrified. But again, he is in that group that I'm just like, I'm so impressed. Both coasts, Yoder and Max on West Coast. Like I just think that Club is doing something really special. So that is cool. Other things to note in the 250 class, Henry Miller on MX6 Racing got his career highest, I believe, in fifth. Daxton Bennick in sixth. Nick Romano coming in for the depleted Cowie roster is pretty cool at seventh. Other notable things, Nate Thrasher leading for a long time and then going down. Whoops, got him bad. That was a bummer. I know Nate's been nursing a shoulder injury, but I'm a big Nate Thrasher fan. I think he is very confusing because he can win a race and then he can also be a non-factor at all. But his wife, Andrea, is freaking stunning and she's hilarious. So follow her on all the places, Instagram, TikTok. She does some like little micro vlogging that I just think is so fun. And like she's beautiful and her skin is beautiful. And so is Nate's. So I'm like, are you doing Nate's skincare? So anyhow, give her a follow. Casey Cochran came back. This was like his fourth Supercross race ever, which is crazy because I feel like he's been around for forever. In 20th, so not great. And this is a contract year. So hopefully Casey is able to turn things around there. Let's see. Other 250 stuff. Nah, we'll go on to 450s. So my boy, Ken Roczen, if you were here, you know anything, you know that I am like a diehard Kenny fan. I am a Kenny Glazer and I'm just so excited. Like we are 14 points out of this. He's 10 points behind Hunter now. And we're in this. And all of the talk of Kenny fades and yada, yada, yada. Like, I know we've heard it and Ken is pissed about it and he has set the record straight. Like, look at the injuries, look later in the season. I know that he has done a lot of healing his body and just healing his mindset. I mean, that was probably a little less intentional, but he's a different Kenny this year and never count him out. Like the speed is there. He's healthy. He's happy. I mean, in qualifying, he looked great. So I am ecstatic for a Ken Roczen win ever, but this is good. This is good momentum. Hunter, that was insane. The fact that he was able to continue to ride is crazy. And we made up points. We meaning Kenny. So that is a good night. Him FaceTiming Courtney and the boys because they were not there. Oh my gosh, just like my soul. It was so sweet. It was so sweet. Courtney, when I saw her in Arlington, said that they're switching off weekends with the boys. So one weekend Rafe gets to go and one Griffin gets to go. Maybe I've talked about this on the pod, but I just thought it was so cute that when Courtney told Rafe, which is their younger one, that he was going solo, he said no Fifi. He calls Griffin Fifi. I love that. So seeing Rafe and Fifi talking to dad on FaceTime was just so freaking adorable. So I love Moto and its dad era. Love it. Another Moto and its dad era thing. There was a piece that the Supercross team did on the Barcias, which I loved because I love getting to see them in their element at home, and especially like dad life. They have 2 young boys. And Sunny and Teddy are just freaking adorable. Like they're the most interesting mix of Amber and Justin. And I love it. I love seeing Justin be a dad and be a goober. He's exactly what you thought he would be as a dad. Like he seems so fun and just like such a goober. But anywho, I thought it was cool for him to talk about his injury, and just how grateful they are that he was able to walk out of the hospital that night. I mean, I think I speak for the whole industry to say that we thought we might have seen Justin killed during that race. It's disgusting to even say that. Like my stomach, like when I say that. But anyhow, to not have Ducati pushing Justin to come back, I think that's really refreshing in our industry where, I mean, you even like listen to Chase in his interviews, like I'm sure Cowie was pushing Chase to come back, and we'll get to Chase. But I just thought that was really a breath of fresh air to hear Ducati be like, we're not pushing him. He knows his body. He knows the timeline. And of course, I'm sure they would love to have, all the extra testing information because Dylan and Justin are very different riders. But kudos to Ducati. I think obviously I'm a Dylan and Nastasia fan. Obviously I'm a Amber and Justin fan. But I'm a TLD fan too. I'm a Ducati fan too. I years ago said I want to get a Ducati sport bike, and then I figured out how expensive they are. So that's in line with my expensive taste. But I think this is a team that I am going to be a big fan of for a while. Like there's a lot of people from the old Geico Honda days. And I just think anybody that understands team leadership like that they know that Justin is the expert of his own body, and they're respecting that. And he, is having this time off. They went back to England for a little bit. Now they're back in Tallahassee, and I'm so here for it. So kudos, TLD Ducati. And also hearing whisperings that we're going to have Tony back for the summer. Like Tony's going to come over and race. And I love Jill and her boys. Oh my gosh. Oh, they have 2 boys too, Cody and Chase. So that's adorable. And I'm very excited about that. So I'm going to need to get some TLD merch. Hello. Also, did you guys see when Justin and Amber went to the Ducati headquarters in Italy and the jacket they gave her? Oh my gosh, beautiful. So anyhow, also they went to MotoGP this weekend. Okay, more Barcia talk. They were in Austin, which is where I used to live. And I told Amber, I was like, I love Austin so much. It's such a fun event. Those bikes are so loud. If you do not know how loud those bikes are, go check out our boy, Johnny Hopper, our own Johnny Hopper from Moto, was at MotoGP this weekend. He is grinding, y'all. Like the level of content that he is putting out, the amount of it, he is doing Moto content, motocross, supercross content while he's in the PR room at MotoGP. Like I respect the hustle. Like Johnny is a dad. I'm a parent. I don't know how he's doing all that he's doing. It's incredible. So to hear Johnny in the media scrum asking questions, I mean, he's done his research. Like it's incredible. So that was for free. Go see all of Johnny's MotoGP content. So let's see, 450s. So Ken Roczen, yes, hello, he won. I'm ecstatic. Second was Mr. Chase Sexton. So Chase is back. I had said this on one of my stories, but I had heard that Chase's pre-Daytona crash was a doozy. So sacrum, hip, all that, but also that he had hit his head pretty hard. That probably was another concussion. I had heard that they were seeking help from a concussion specialist in Washington. I feel like somebody said that. I can't remember, but out of state. And I know that there's probably connections with monster doctors and things like that and getting him in. But I'm glad that Chase was taking the time that he needed to make sure his brain was okay. I know that he has continued to tinker and continue to test parts and change things on the bike. And I know there were weird things said that he's riding a stock engine, and then he walked back on that and was like, it's actually not stock. And so I'm like, Chase, you're confusing us with your word choice, but we just had it all clarified. But anyhow, Lewis did quite a long interview with Chase in the Cowie rig after the race. I have lots of thoughts on it. I posted about it on my Instagram, but my girl Taryn comes in to get Chase to go do some other media, and they just like shoo her out. And then Lewis says, "I'll get you your quote." Like that's Taryn's job. So first of all, hush, Big Lou. And then Chase just waves off the other media. Meanwhile, I'm sure Cowie wants to leave. I'm sure they want to shut the rig down. And Lewis just posted up in there, and then they're shooting the shit about MotoGP. Listen, I love it because it gives us some insight into Chase. And I love this little bromance, which also felt weirdly intimate. I felt like I was watching something maybe I shouldn't. But I like Lewis, but I've seen it up close now. And because he has this in with Chase, there's a little bit of entitlement going on. And so I understand that because you want to not exploit, but lean into those connections you have. I've been very vocal here that like clearly I'm Team Roczen. I love Courtney. I asked her for clarification on some stuff I was reporting on. So there is a line between journalism and just overt bias. And I think he could do a better job of walking that line and also like being respectful to Taryn and everyone at Cowie who's just trying to do their job. So anywho, it was a strange interview. Chase is talking about that he's happy now and he's turned a corner. Also, I teased in my stories, there's been a breakup in the paddock. That's Chase and Evie. I'm real sad about this. It seems very similar to Chase and Reese 2 years ago when things start going sideways and Chase is all up in his head. He clears the table relationship wise and says he has to focus on his job, which I don't know. It seemed I can't imagine being a single dude and doing that job, like racing dirt bikes and doing all the things that you do. I feel like I would want to have somebody in my corner, but if it's a distraction, it's a distraction. I'm not gonna tell Chase what he needs to do with his relationship. But I really like Evie. I like her music. I'm secretly hoping she like pulls a Taylor Swift and writes a song about Chase, because all of us Moto girls, we all know if she writes a song about him, we're gonna know. So I'm waiting for that drop. Jet's girlfriend, Dylan, who is also a country music singer, she has a song out that reminds me so much of Jet that I wonder is about him. It's cute. It's not a diss track, obviously. But so yeah, I don't quite know what to feel about Chase. I'm glad he's back. He's obviously like not in the championship chase. No pun intended. Where is he at? He's in 6th. Okay. I mean, he's like forever back. He's 32 points behind Justin Cooper, who's in 5th. Cooper Webb is in 4th at 203. Ken Roczen 215. Hunter Lawrence 225. Eli Tomac 229. Eli inherited that red plate this week, but goodness gracious, what a race. Still don't know if Hunter is okay. Hunter Lawrence is okay. I don't think he's like majorly injured. His wife Cynthia posted a video of their dogs waiting at the front door when he came home, and it looked like he's walking on his own accord. So that's good, because I want it to come down to the finale. Like if it's a 3-way battle, I'll take it. We thought it was going to be Hunter and Eli down to the stretch, and now we've got Ken in here. Like I'm going to die. Like I'm so excited. So I will be there at Salt Lake City. I'm very excited. It's my birthday weekend. It's Mother's Day weekend. So I told my husband, I was like, hey, if I can go to this race, you don't have to buy me any gifts, because that's my gift. So we'll be going with my girl, Michaela. You can find her at Michaela on the Bike. She's so fun. And she is organizing a women's ride day at a local track outside of Salt Lake City that Stark is putting on. So if you are a woman or you're interested in Stark, or you just want to come hang out, continue to follow along, and we'll post some details. That will be on the Friday before Salt Lake City. I think it's like the 8th or 7th or something. I will not be riding because I haven't ridden a dirt bike in forever. And Michaela's like, yeah, bring your gear. And I'm like, girl, I don't even have gear to bring. So that's how uncool I am. All right, let's see. Other 450 items. Number 3 was Malcolm Stewart. Holy crap. So I posted about Malcolm in my stories when I was watching qualifying. Malcolm, we got robbed. I mean, yes, the Barcia thing it sucks all the way around. But had that not happened, we have had Malcolm 5th last week, then 3rd this week. I mean, the dude won at Tampa last year. He was on fire, and then I think he kind of had the post-win slump. But I really do think that this would have been Malcolm's year to be in a title contention, especially with Jet out, because I think Jet going out changed everything. But Malcolm looks incredible. I'm so stoked for him. I'm so stoked for Husky. Nate Ramsey, love you, because I love your wife. But I just think I've heard nothing but good things about Nate and his ability to run this team, and obviously like Malcolm is showing that. So that's incredible. Also, I've said it once, I've said it, I'm going to say it again. Those dreads are getting real long. And I think they did ask him that on Race Day Live. I can't remember if Adam or JB said it, but he was saying after one of the mutters that he just like sat in the shower for like an hour, like rinsing out his dreads. And I'm like, me as a woman, like if I were a dude and I raced dirt bikes, I would not have facial hair. I would shave my head bald. I'd be pulling a Benny Bloss. Like I cannot imagine keeping up with dreads like that because I can barely wash my own hair on a regular schedule, let alone dreadlocks filled with dirt. So that was for free. Justin Cooper in fourth place. He's again the fastest Yamaha. His wifey Jillian was in Miami on a yacht and had this cute little custom outfit on, this like shrug, and I was like, oh my gosh, if I was a skinny ninny and tan and beautiful, like I would be all over that. But you know what I love about her is like everybody's like, he does better when you're not here, and they comment all this shit, and she like likes it, interacts with it. I'm like, girl, go off, go be sassy. So I'm here for a little Mrs. Cooper sass. Unrelated, but kind of related. Her little sister, Ella, had like a thing with Hayden like years ago, and it was like a hot minute Hayden Deegan. And then I posted today a screenshot of Kai, not my son Kai, Hayden's ex-girlfriend from Australia, who's still in the States, saying something about like no revenge, but she's, oh my gosh, now I have to make sure I quote it correctly because God knows if I misquote something to do with the bed bugs, they'll come for me. Hold on. She said, no revenge because his beautiful mama taught me how to curl my hair. Hashtag love his mama more than him. Hashtag live, laugh, love. This is a strange one. Listen, I didn't think I was going to be so wrapped up in the romantic life of a 20-year-old, but here we are. So posted that and then posted another story that somebody had sent me where Kai and Elle, the ex-girlfriend who was Jillian's little sister, had liked a this is what I want in my life kind of post, like happy family life, and Hayden also liked it. And so I'm just like, this generation that lives online first is giving us such good tea. So yeah, Elle and him had a thing like way back when. So to clear up everybody in my DMs, they're not a thing now, but him and Kai were a thing. And then I mentioned this before, he like goes on one of their YouTube videos and is like, yeah, I'm single, even though she had literally just posted the first picture of them like holding hands walking at a race. And so I'm just like, he's a 20-year-old, famous, rich, attractive dude. Like, what did you think was going to happen? But here we are, me, a happily married 35-year-old old maid talking about it. So here for the drama. Anywho, fifth place, Eli Tomac. Let's talk about Eli for a second. Eli looked a little off last weekend. Birmingham. I chalked it up to Kenny and Hunter last weekend in Birmingham were just on another level, and Eli wasn't comfortable. He was like, I'm going to settle and take the third. This week, he did not look good from qualifying on. Like he qualified like ninth or something like that. I can't remember. I have to go back and look. Let's see. Combined qualifying. Ninth. So he was out qualified by Jordan Smith, which also Jordan Smith, I thought he got the whole shot, but they attribute it to Prado. Jordan had the best week yet on the Triumph. So let's keep going, Jordan. Anyhow, Eli getting ninth. I mean, not the strangest thing. It is one of his worst qualifyings recently. But it makes me wonder like what's going on. Is it mid-season slump? Is it something else? Does he have an injury going on? Eli is one of those guys that like we just won't ever know. So maybe Jade will give us something other than an awesome Roger DeCoster AI video. Because I freaking love those. Like that was not me throwing shade. I freaking love them. Keep going, Jade. So now, yeah, Eli gets the red plate back going into next round, but it is tight. And like I said, Kenny is in this very much. Cooper, I think he would have to have the top three just completely DNF to come back into this, but he's still there. Cooper got sixth. Cooper Webb, seventh. Dylan Ferrandis. I want to again, like I'm high on the TLD Red Bull Ducati racing team. Dylan looked good and he looks in control of the bike. It was his first race back after injuring his hand, something like that. And so I'm really encouraged by just Dylan's ability to go fast. I know that sounds ridiculous, but like if you're not comfortable, you're not laying it on the line, a la a bike in green, who I've also heard those Triumph rumors might not just be rumors. Like what? Not that Chase rode them, but someone has ridden it and given him feedback. So do with that what you will. Outside of Dylan was Justin Hill. Justin, I mean, just showing up top 10s. Like he's impressive. So that's Justin Hill's MO, I guess. I can't figure him out, but I'm a big fan of Justin Hill. 9th was Joey Savacci. Joey's coming back from that nasty foot injury. 10th, Garrett Marchbanks. Garrett had a couple bobbles. I can't remember with who. But top 10. Okay. We'll build on it. Jordan Smith, 11th. That does not show how well Jordan was racing. Really impressed with him. And, he hasn't had a ton of time on the bike either. Jumping down, Jorge Prado, him and Cooper's little get in. I mean, Cooper owned it. I think I'd be less okay with it. I'd be more okay with it if Cooper hadn't wrecked out. But also, Jorge is known as like a chronic cross jumper. So you're not going to make a whole lot of friends, let alone one like Cooper Webb, who is crafty. And so that really, derailed Cooper's night. Cooper looked good. He had the speed. So could he have done something? Yes. I was really curious to see what would happen with Hunter, because Hunter, he's got that late race speed, but he had something going on. He pulled off. Just very, very impressed with Hunter in a high pressure situation. He just seems so even keeled all the time. And I think that's going to be one of those really invaluable qualities when it comes down to just gritting it out for a championship. So very impressed with Hunter, even though he gets an 18th overall on the night. 14th, Shane McElrath. Oh, I got that in fantasy. I keep putting Shane no matter what it is. If it's like 9 through 14, I put Shane because I'm like, I want you to get 9th, but I think you could get 14th too. So love Shane McElrath. Shane and Joy, we've talked about this on the pod, have shared some of their journey to become parents and that they've been struggling with infertility, which is something that my husband and I struggle with in our own marriage. I do not wish an infertility journey struggle on anybody. And so if you are the praying type, like just keep Shane and Joy in your prayers, because especially in a sport where it seems like everybody is having babies and sticking around longer and they've been trying for a number of years now, I can't imagine like what that feels like. So Shane Moody McElrath, praying for you. Colt Nichols. Well, we got Shane 14th, Mitchell Harrison 15th, Vince Freezy 16th. Might be some penalties coming on that one, or discussions of penalties. Colt Nichols 17th, Hunter 18th, Kevin Moran's 19th, Tristan Lane 20th, Justin Bogle squeaking in at 21st, but I don't think there's any expectations for him, which is honestly kind of the best of both worlds. Like you can, just ride your race, but he made it in at the LCQ. So good on you, Justin. He's just such a fun energy in the sport. Other things that were going around the industry, the WMX Oceania Cup was last weekend in Australia. Had some of my friends that were there covering the sport. Shout out Ozzy Steve. Our women showed up, led by team captain Lala. I wonder what had happened if Charlie had not had her mechanical DNF, because Charlie is on it, which is really cool because Charlie and Lala are good friends. Obviously, Charlie Lux have a thing, so it's all in the family. But Charlie will be here based out of America for all of the WMX rounds, which I think is going to be incredible. So very much looking forward to that. Very much looking forward to the showcase that they're going to do at the last round of SMX, because these ladies don't really get a whole lot of supercross time. It's a lot of motocross. Lala is staying in Australia. She signed with Yamaha Australia. If you've not seen the photo shoots that Yamaha Australia did with Lala, like she just looks like such an American badass queen. Like it's just so freaking cool. So her mama, my friend Nicole, and younger sister Landry are down there. It's just incredible to see her, all the hard work pay off after the back injuries and just grinding it out. So I'm really proud of our girl Lala. I claim her. So very exciting stuff. Other things in the industry, not so fun. Two of our monster sisters, Janie Lee and Kylie Marie, were driving in the off-road San Felipe 250 when a fire broke out under Janie's seat, and apparently she couldn't get the seatbelt unbuckled. And so Kylie, her co-driver or co-lead, I don't know the terminology, so don't crucify me. She reached over and actually reached into the fire and opened her seatbelt. So they were able to get them out. Janie's major injuries are burns to her lower body. They have each had, I believe, 2 surgeries, and they have more this week. Kylie's are to her hands. I've seen pictures now that she is, they're completely bandaged up, so we don't know the extent of it. It's not great. They are 6 days post-accident today. They have been posting all the updates on my Instagram, but there is a GoFundMe or a Road to Recovery. So go check that out. Donate to that if you can. Just really scary stuff. It's part of the sports that we love. But something like that, like fire, not being able to escape it is just, terrifying. So, keeping them in our thoughts and prayers. But, other things, around Real Housewives of Moto, I am tinkering with some event planning for next year. There is a woman in the F1 space that does kind of like some like high end, boutique experiences for F1. And so like you guys all like stay at the same place and go to the same restaurants and get ready together and go to the races. And I just like, how fun would that be for Moto? So I'm kind of like tinkering with the idea of that. It's a lot of planning and a lot of upfront costs. But I just think it would be so fun. So tinkering with that, toying with that. Like I said, I will be at Salt Lake City and Nashville. My husband and I are going to Nashville, and that is next week. Yeah, next week. So very excited about that, meeting up with some friends that I met through Main Event Moto, and we have like a whole big section together. And oh my gosh, I'm just so excited for like a trip with my husband without my kids. It's the best ever. Because sometimes you just got to get away from your kids. But and then this morning I did a podcast called The Failed Experiment with Kyle Cowling, and Kyle's just, he's a fun dude. We have a lot of similar interests between creative mindset, Moto. He has worked in the Moto industry for a long time until his departure from it. And he tells that story in his own words. So give The Failed Experiment a follow. And he's got a number of podcasts on deck that we'll be releasing probably before mine. I actually don't know when mine is going to air, but it was really fun to just talk about Moto and storytelling and my own mental health journey and my own kind of creative journey. It's weird not to just sit here and talk about dirt bikes, but to talk about myself. But we did talk about dirt bikes, and we talked about some of the projects that Kyle worked on that never saw the light of day, and kind of why Moto doesn't like painting itself into a negative light, and how I think that some of those stories need to come about. So anyhow, that was very fun. I will, of course, let you guys know when all of those are airing. He is doing one with Haley. He's already recorded at Haley Shanley. So I'm very excited about that because, Haley's my girl. I freaking love her. And she's the best. And we talk about how we don't want everybody to realize that she's the best because she's going to get taken away from Moto. They're going to steal her from us. But worse things have happened. We love Haley. But anyhow, if you guys have not picked up your free Real Housewives of Moto stickers, they look like these. If you're watching on YouTube, hello, they look like this. And you can find those at the link in my bio. I snail mail them. Did you guys know how expensive stamps have gotten? So I love you. Love you. Because I'm sending you free stickers. And I like writing you guys little notes. So hit the link in my bio on Instagram. I am trying to build up the Discord. There's a link in my bio for the Discord and also the Instagram channel, broadcast channel or whatever. Instagram's pushing that. That's where they want you to live. But would love to have you guys come over to the Discord and the private channel. And we will hopefully have Katie back next week after St. Louis. So we will chat then. Bye, Romies.